welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, it has been a while, but I finally finished university, my final year, so I was mainly concentrating on that. So now I'm finished, I want to try and make some more videos on here, but you know, graphic design, home, lifestyle, that kind of thing. The first video that I ever posted on YouTube was actually a graphic design tutorial, but I didn't feel confident enough, so I took it down within a few days. But that's what I want to focus on more in the future. So Adobe Illustrator has just had its newest update in May, so the 2023 version of Illustrator, and there's quite a few new features that are very interesting. I've seen a lot of people play around with them on TikTok, especially with the new 3D and materials effects, so I thought we would take a look at that together today. Now, I haven't actually tried any of these new features yet because I thought we could try them together. Of course, I've got my cup of tea with me because I cannot be productive without a cup of tea. I need at least 6 a day. That's probably not good for me. I should probably cut back, but hey. So make sure you grab your drink, get cozy, and let's do it. So once we get Illustrator to just load up, I did write down a few things that I noticed wasn't even the new update, so we could go through them all. Because knowing me, I can just easily lose track and go off the rails, and we will be designing for hours. So the first one that I thought we could play around with and discover was the new 3D and materials. Now, you've always been able to make type and shapes 3D through Illustrator, but they have extended their features now. So if we click onto the type that we want to edit, click onto Effects, 3D and Materials should then pop up. Now you've got the 3D Classic, which is what they had beforehand, and then all these are new features from the new update. So I really want to try this inflate one. I've seen a lot of people use this inflate one, and it looks exciting. As you can see here, you can mess around with the adjustments there. Do you know, actually I'm going to change the colour, so I feel like we can see the effects better then if we change the colour. What should we have? Should we have a blue? Let's have a nice blue. So you can change the depth, you can twist it. Oh my days, okay. That twist is very, okay. That's definitely different. So I'm just going to play around with the depth for now, I think. Ooh. So as you can see, it's almost like a balloon effect. I suppose that's why it's called inflate. So if you just click off it now, wow, look at that. Look at that, guys. That is so exciting. That literally looks like a balloon. See, how would you know that making text 3D could be that simple and easy? That looks so good. Now, there's these mini tabs at the top as well, so materials and lighting. Now, if I click onto materials, let's have a look here. Oh, base materials, circle stitch, styler. Wow, there's a lot of materials for you to choose from here. Oh, we've got gold leaf. Let's see what the gold leaf looks like. Wow, that is exciting. Have you seen this? Look at this. This is brilliant. This means that you can just up your design very simply, very effectively. There's not a lot of work. You've seen how easy it was for me to just do just then. And it's so realistic. I know 3D design can be a little bit daunting, a little bit overwhelming. I found it quite difficult myself. So to be able to have these features so accessible, it really broadens our design capabilities. Let's have a look. I could play around with these materials all day. This is so fun. And now if you click onto Revolve, you can alter, again, make the adjustments to make it suit you. But this just seems to place a simple 3D effect onto your type. So if we click onto lighting, change the perspective back to how it was beforehand. Back to object, revolve angle. As you can see, the 3D, you can see it popping out there from the side. Oh, we can change the perspective down here as well. Oh, that's exciting, look. You can kind of make it move to your will. Again with the twist. Oh, that's exciting, look at that. So you can make and adapt your own funky type, novelty type with the adjustments. Now if we click onto extrude, I suppose there's a perspective in the middle and it's just making the text move outwards like that, but I suppose you can change the perspective for that as well. Now, I really want to make this text look like a balloon. So I'm going to go back to the inflate option, I think. Go to inflate. I like that. I don't like the extrude though. I don't want it to extrude like that. So if I just take that off, take the extrude off, go back to inflate. Let's make the depth a little bit bigger there. Perfect. And then I want to go to materials and I want kind of like a shiny plasticky kind of look. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go old school. I'm going to go back onto effects, artistic, and then go for the plastic wrap. Now as you can see there, I can alter the plastic wrap effect there as well, but I'm quite happy with how it looks already. And click OK. And then there we have it. It looks like a balloon. Amazing and so simple how you can just do that straight away. It just really levels up your design just by that one bit. Feature which I found extremely interesting and is a way for you to make your designs a lot more detailed without having to spend the extra time. It's a quick and easy way to just level up your type like that one bit more. And it was, you click on your type and if you go onto the search, little search icon, the discover icon, and click onto quick actions, you then have the option to quickly change your type. So there, that's a retro text, or you can go neon glow, which I think is very interesting. And then here, as you can see, there's options for you to refine it further, so you can personalise it even further. So let's go into the appearance panel there. We can change the colour, so I might want to change it to blue, or maybe to purple. Because it's a neon text, it does have multiple layers of colour, so you can adapt that further. You can make it rainbow, you can make it one set colour, and you can see all of the different refinements that makes it a neon type. So if you wanted to try and do that manually yourself, I suppose you could essentially copy that, use that as a template to explore further. You click onto properties and again you can refine it even further there, just through a usual toolbar. But again, that's just such a quick and easy way for you to make a novelty type. As you can see there, we've just made that in a matter of minutes. It's taken us what, maybe 5-7 minutes to just discover that. I cannot wait to play around with this even further for projects, and I think it will just look amazing. I've been thinking about making some posters and some, wallpaper backgrounds for laptops or phones and things like that. So I think this new type 3D feature could really come in handy, because you don't just have to use it with type, you could do it with shapes. Now, another feature which I found very interesting is the intertwine feature. Now, beforehand you may have had to do this manually, it would take a bit more time, but again, this is just another way to save some time in the design process. So, here I've just got a regular type, just a regular text there, I'm going to get the paintbrush tool and I'm going to just simply draw a squiggle through the text like that. And then, if I remember rightly, you select both of the images, so the two things that you want to intertwine. So for this example, it's the text and the little squiggle. So we select both of those, go on to Objects, scroll down to Intertwine and Make. And now, as you can see, your cursor has changed to a little like lasso tool. So if I just zoom in here, you can click on the part that you want to intertwine. So if I click on that, look, it's now gone behind the text. And you can make it look as though it is feeding itself through the text, which I think is amazing. It saves so much time as opposed to having to do it, like I said before, manually. And I'm just going to do it with the bottom one, because of course the repeat of the action helps us to remember. There's that many features that you can use in Adobe Illustrator now. It is very difficult to stay on top, to stay updated, so it's very important that even if you don't have any design projects going on at the moment, to just keep working on some things, you know, to keep your brain refreshed. There we have it. Another simple, quick and easy effect that makes all the difference. Now this is brilliant. You don't just have to do a little squiggly line, you could do all sorts with this. You could intertwine shapes, multiple shapes together. You could intertwine different types together. You could even, for example, this squiggle here, we could turn it into a floral kind of vine that weaves in between the letters. There's so much that you can do with this. It has so much potential. Okay, so far we have 3 very distinguishable features that save time, but obviously the time efficient. So we've got the 3D on materials, which allows us to develop our designs even further. We have the quick actions tools, which allows us to adapt type in a hurry if we don't have time necessarily to work on as much as we can. We can use those pre-saved adjustments. And then we also have the intertwine tool, which again extends your design further and is very quick and easy to use. So the final thing which I found very time efficient and a feature which will make the design process a lot easier is actually in the layers panel. So if you go onto your layers, as you can see, you've got your usual layers set up there. You can click in the search bar for a particular object and it will pop up straight away. So layers that you are working with and it's difficult to navigate them, you can literally just type into the search bar shape, and because I have named that layer shape, it just pops up automatically without me having to continuously scroll through the layers all the time to try and find the one that I want to select. So again, it's very time efficient. Saves us time. It's so handy, especially with the design process. It can take such a long time for the little details. It really makes all the difference. So I think I'm going to have a little play around with these new features. I'm definitely going to have some fun with it, and I hope you do too. If there's any more features which you have found interesting, please let me know in the comments, or feel free to share your designs with us. Always love to see everybody else being creative. Gosh, I nearly forgot about my tea. See, we've demonstrated that, and my tea's not even gone cold yet. That's how time efficient it is. Illustrator, Adobe, they are on it. They're on it. They know what they're doing. They know what game they're playing and they're winning. Anyway, I hope to see you again soon for another video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.